Welcome, everybody, to the Indie Brothers. I always want to go Indie Bros or Indie Brothers. Indie Brothers, Indie Spotlight. Sounds better. I like it. Indie Brothers, Indie Spotlight on Lake today. I am your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and we're just going to be diving in. It is one of Whitethorn Games' little slice of life, wholesome titles that they like to throw at you and just let you relax and kind of a chance to check this out. And oh boy, is my connection to things not happy. Apologies here for a second, folks. It looks like our stream is like, whoa, what happened? All right, it looks like it's normalizing. All right, so apologies there. That was a tad unfortunate. Anyhow, let's get underway. Greetings today. We'll be hopping into a new game. We'll be playing around, just having some fun, checking out Lake for about an hour, and again, showcasing one of those titles that we got a chance to work on. As I was saying before the internet cataclysm there, Lake is one of those wholesome slice of life, just sit back, relax, kind of take a load off type games and just kind of enjoy the story and the nice gameplay loop, the visuals, and it's a really well put together game that I really enjoyed getting a chance to play and be a part of. So yeah, we're gonna dive into that. It's one of those titles that, oftentimes with games, you are constantly dodging and jumping, and you have that pinpoint accuracy and, split-second timing, and it's real intense. And this is like the opposite of that. This is just sit back, relax. You got a job to do. Just drink in the small-town atmosphere and enjoy the game. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to dive in down here on a new save. I just want to point out to my... Nope, to the other side. Over here, this is a great loading screen. I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. Hey, Froxus, welcome to the stream. So we're doing our every Wednesday, or at least we're going to try every Wednesday. There may be a few that we miss, but every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be diving in and doing one of these. Sorry, I'm mesmerized by what's going on. One of these indie spotlights. It's funny how a program designed to help organize your life is the reason why I can't be at the Labor Day party. But I'm glad we made the deadline. And I'm glad I can now spend 2 stress-free weeks in good old Providence Oaks. Oh, phone's ringing. Cool.
Hello?
Meredith, Steve, hope I didn't wake you up. I just came home and was wondering if everything worked out all right.
Hi, Steve. Yes, we made the deadline.
Oh, that's awesome. I feel so bad you couldn't make it.
Hope you guys had a nice Labor Day party.
Oh, yes. I mean, the band was great, and Mike fell in the pool. Oh, and then Roy got really sick. No, wait, Brian. And then he fell in the pool, too. No, Roy. Wait. Well, I'll tell you all about it at work tomorrow afternoon.
I won't be there for 2 weeks, remember?
Oh, wait, yeah, but do you really have to? 2 weeks is a lifetime.
Yeah, Steve, I really have to. But I will continue testing for Addit.
Oh, okay, right, awesome.
I better get some sleep now. My plane leaves early in the morning.
Okay, Meredith, have a wonderful flight. I'll talk to you soon.
Apparently, Steve, Roy, and Brian have a party for Labor Day. Froxus. Providence Oak,
Thanks so much
Oregon.
for picking me up, Mr. Coleman.
1st.
Mr. Coleman? Please, just call me Frank. We're colleagues now, after all.
Well, okay, Frank.
1986.
Thanks so much for making time for me on Labor Day.
No problem, Meredith. Postal workers always have each other's back. Your dad helped me dozens of times whenever I was in a bit of a pickle.
Well, I hope I can fill his shoes. He hardly ever missed a day.
I'm sure you'll do great. You know what? While we're en route, why don't we deliver some mail in our beautiful little lake town?
And show me the ropes? Sure.
All right then, get ready to roll.
I feel like we're already rolling, but it's all good. So yeah, essentially we're coming to help out our father who I guess is on hiatus for 2 weeks, maybe a vacation or something along those lines. And yeah, we're coming back to our hometown that we haven't been to in 22 years, I believe it is. Is kind of the story behind this. So yeah, every Wednesday.
This lake.
Oop, we'll get there.
It's always more beautiful than I remember it.
I don't think I'll ever get tired of driving around it. And there's our first stop.
Okay, sir, what's the plan?
Delivering mail is like a walk in the park with mailboxes. Take this bag, walk to the mailbox, and insert the mail.
That makes sense. All right, so real quick, every Wednesday we're going to be trying to do a different game, a different showcase, or spotlight, as it were, an indie spotlight, on various titles that we have worked on over the years. Last week we did, it was Tales of Magi All, one of the very first games that ever picked up the Indie Brothers, and this is one of the, I think one of the latest ones that we did for Whitethorn Games. And yeah, we're just going to kind of go throughout all the history of the things that we've worked on and just kind of share and showcase it. It's kind of a love letter to the various different titles that we've had come through our doors that we had to the privilege and the honor to get our fingerprints all over and kind of make our own. And on top of that, it kind of leads into, usually 2 hours after our stream ends on Wednesdays for this spotlight, it leads into our game industry discussions that we kick off around 3 p.m. Eastern for about an hour to an hour and a half, somewhere in that range. It's kind of in flux, the length of that one. This week, however, we are not going to be able to do that. One of our folks is missing, so we'll be back next week with that. And of course, we'll have another game as a precursor to that leading into it. So Wednesdays are where to check out what we're doing here at the Indie Brothers on both Twitch and or YouTube. And of course, you can always check out the VODs. All right, so let's exit the mail truck. All right, we walk around with the left analog stick. I am using a PlayStation 5 controller, and there's no problems. I think I was able to just plug and play, and it's good to go. Walk to the mailbox. Oh, up there. All right, cool. So yeah, it's not a game about rushing and running to the next spot the fastest you can and everything else. It's really about just kind of taking in the scenery, enjoying the sounds of nature and just the small town noises, and just kind of doing a job that's pretty simplistic by nature, but it's something that needs to be done.
Just take your time, Miss Weiss. They never start a game until Frank Coleman has turned on his TV.
Good times. In addition to that, I did used to actually work for both UPS and FedEx Home Delivery. UPS, I was in the warehouse basically loading trucks and unloading stuff and so on and so forth. But in FedEx Home Delivery, I started that, but then I was actually a driver for 2, almost 3 years. And I basically...
Do you know what I really like about watching baseball? Not missing the first pitch.
Yes, we'll get there, Mr. Coleman. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I got to deliver. It wasn't in a small town like this, but the idea and the premise is still the same. Except there, you kind of wanted to hustle a bit more.
I think I should be able to face the challenge.
I bet. Didn't you go to MIT?
Yeah. I left here from Massachusetts 22 years ago.
Shouldn't you get a job in computers then? That's really booming right now.
Well, actually,
Hold that thought. We just arrived at our next address. It's a package this time, so you'll have to get it out of the back.
I like the view there. That was nice. You could see out the windows. All right, we're exiting the truck again. Now, eventually, we will be able to don our mailwoman gear and head on out and do all the deliveries on our own, driving the truck and all that stuff. But for now, we're kind of getting shown the ropes. We're opening up. This is 103 High Street. It's the only package available, so makes it easy. And there we have the package. Now, if you want to run at full speed, you can press R2, and you walk slightly faster. Again, I like it. I think it's a good call. Like I said, this isn't about speeding along, doing the most crazy of things. It's just sitting back, relaxing, enjoying, having some good times.
all right. I'll leave it on the doorstep.
Okay.
I'm calling it a day.
And that was another thing, you didn't always get to just leave stuff on the doorstep. Sometimes you could, but not always. Because, people are terrible at times. So it's nice to be able to be like, I can just leave this here.
You're getting the hang of it.
Warp speed,
So,
exactly.
where were we? Computers. Should I buy one?
Yes.
Well, it depends on what you want to use it for.
Bookkeeping. I always make a mess of my tax returns. Can't a computer do that for me?
Sure, there are programs for that, but you'll still have to put in some work yourself.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I'll bug you about it another time. Our next address is right around the corner.
Sweet. Do you recognize all these places, Meredith? Oh, look at that. Huh?
Ah, there's no place like home.
Sure isn't. Can't wait to get home either. The Mets are playing the Giants.
Oh, before I get out, what time do I start tomorrow?
7 a.m. sharp. Just check in at the post office.
Okay, Frank. See you tomorrow.
Adios.
Ciao. Alright, walk to the front door. Oh, so you even picked us up in the mail? Wait, this is... Really? Like, even I would bring more clothing than that if I was going to be somewhere for 2 weeks. Okay. Well, you know, good for her packing light. Or maybe the rest of the luggage is going to be delivered? I'm not real sure. Oh, yeah, you hustled when you worked for FedEx Home Delivery in Clearwater, Florida. You were running at,
Hi,
like,
Meredith.
sprinting
I just
every
wanted to
stop.
let you know
Just
that
about.
Dad and I landed safely. The Florida weather is all they said it would be. I'll call again soon.
You mean very hot and wet?
One more
Yes.
thing. The freezer's stuffed with food, and there's blueberry pie in the fridge. Bye.
It's funny, my wife bought blueberry pie yesterday.
Meredith, it's Steve. I didn't get the chance to say it earlier, but thanks so much for being a trooper. I know you had other plans for Labor Day weekend, but nailing the deadline for Added 87 could very well be the most important milestone in our company's history. Enjoy your well-deserved time off. Don't get too used to it. Just kidding. Or am I? I'll talk to you later.
A little creepy. Don't get too used to it. Just kidding. Or am I? Wait, what? Their place. Ah, okay. Yeah, not mine. My parents are like, you're gone.
Good morning, Meredith.
Here's all your stuff.
Ready
gone.
for your first day?
Okay. I basically, not burned, but kind of had to, like, destroy everything that I owned, except a few small things, like stuff that you wouldn't want to break, like maybe old game systems or whatever, which even then, right? Yeah. I took everything with me that I wanted. Everything that I didn't was gone, thrown away, or given away, or what have you. So, yeah. Good morning, Frank. Ready to rock. Hey, guys. Good morning. We're going to go with that one. We're sleepy folk.
Yeah, I guess. Good morning.
It's a great day to be on the road. I already filled up the mailbag in the truck, so you're good to go. Oh, I forgot to tell you. There's a map in the cabin in case you get lost.
Lost? Me? Thanks. I'll probably need that.
Thanks, I'll probably need that.
I
voyage.
map was in the head. All right, so to regale you guys slightly with some tales of me before we get into the mail truck and start driving around doing the things. So I did work as a driver. I worked there for, like I said, almost 3 years, and there's something very enjoyable about having a specific amount of work to do and just doing it and then you're done, versus being like, oh, you did that, oh well, you still got a couple of hours left, well, here, let's go make you do this horrible thing that you don't want to do, like happens so often with other places that you work. Or, all right, we'll do this thing, like you knew every day you were going to come in, you were going to get between X and X packages, and then you just had to go out and do it. After a few months of doing that, originally they would print out like a map, detailed instructions on how to get to all the stops. So you would go, and I got to learn my route pretty quickly. Within 3 months, I would just take the overview map that showed where the stops were, and then kind of the addresses. And from there, I would just go, okay, this address, boom, I knew exactly where it was, and I would go. And again, this is a pretty sizable area. It was somewhere between 60 and like 120 stops a day is what I had to do. I think it was something along those lines. About 160 or more during like Christmas times where I got super busy. But generally I sat around 60 to 80 was like my normal day. So yeah, it wasn't bad. I got paid per stop. That was an interesting transition. So unfortunately, I didn't get anything quite as cool as working for like the U.S. Postal Service here, where you know, you probably get an hourly rate and you just do your job and you're done at whatever pace you want, right? I suppose the hourly rate would make it less intense, less, you know, run as fast as you can so you make the most money per hour. Because if you think about it, if you hustle and it was say $1 a stop, you hustle and you did $1 a stop and you did, you know, 25 stops in an hour, that's $25 an hour you just made, and you get done, you know, at a relatively quick pace. Now, if you're working hourly, you might go a little bit slower to, you know, I don't want to say pad the run time, but you know, you don't have to stress out. Just do your job at a normally human pace instead of a superhuman rabid ferret pace, and you're gonna be okay. All right, so we can zoom in here, and this is Main Street. This is 207 Main Street, and it looks like there is a parcel, not a letter. All right, so that's going to be our first spot that we go. All right, we're going to drive over here, right out onto the sidewalk. We're going to take a look right and left. Nothing going on. And, in fact, we're just going to kind of park right here, I guess. We'll exit. We'll go around to 207's door, and we'll deliver the parcel, or the package, as it were. Oh, well, I can't imagine what that is. All right, 207. The car's coming. Get a little bit of a hustle on here. So yeah, it's like I said, it's just kind of a nice thing. It's kind of a drink in the atmosphere and just enjoy what's going down. All right, welcome to the general store. Bam, well, it is 1986, so I mean, I guess.
Can I help you?
Hello, here's today's mail.
New in town. Your face looks familiar.
Well, I grew up here and then left for college 22 years ago.
22 years ago, back when they called me Nancy Sinatra instead of Nancy Reagan.
Interesting.
So now you're back, huh? I know what it's like.
Actually, this is only temporary.
That's what I said too, a long time ago.
To get that look.
I wonder if it's gonna rain today. It's been raining a lot lately.
Well, enjoy Photography Mini Lab. Photos developed in just one day. Oh, that's not a singing fish. That's just a regular. Aw. What are this? All right, we got to take a look around at the different products here. We got. Is that Pop Sting? Mr. X, Flop Corn Later. What? I can't tell what that strudel thing is there. A Big Dings. Lean Balsky. Squeet? Oh no, is that Kool-Aid? Uh-oh. And Fruit Twinkles. That can't be Kool-Aid. It's got to say something else slightly different. Maybe it's Coolard or something? I'm not sure. I always enjoy seeing what folks come up with for their like generic non-actual branded stuff. I always love that. It's one of my guilty pleasures, as it were, just to kind of see what they invented. Is sweet too sweet or too sweet? It'd be squeet. There's a Q in there. I don't suppose you can tell what the that doesn't say. I can't say Kool-Aid. Maybe it's Krollard or something. And I like the frowny face on the picture. That's great. These apples and things look a little bit messed up. Which one are tangerines? Ooh, 19-cent pears? Oh my goodness. I would live off of pears if they were that cheap. Pears are great. Now granted, pears have to be the correct ripeness to be great. Great. If you get them too unripe, they are they're too hard. They don't have the right taste. And if you get them too ripe, they're just kind of a soggy mess. But if you at least get them to the correct ripeness, it lasts for a while. It's not super, it doesn't burn out super quick. So that's good at least. All right. So one of the things, you always have to follow the rules of the road, by the way, when you are a male person or a delivery driver. So They really don't like it if you're parked on the wrong side of the road. That's one of those things where they're like, "You will be." Oh wait, we don't need. It's a letter. We don't need a parcel. All right, let's come over here and deliver in.
I remember this is the old Sugarman place, but the envelope says McGill.
Yeah.
Must have moved away.
All right, the old Sugarman place. All right, where are we heading now? Let's take a look. We got one parcel way over here on Lake Road, and then we got a whole bunch there. So what I suggest we do? Oh, that's kind of cool. As we go over here, we hit the Lake Road one, and then we just take the scenic route all the way over, and we just kind of, like I said, drink in the ambiance and just, what makes the game, basically. A lot of the storyline's great. I mean, no problems there. It's just, you kind of want to just hop into the truck and just enjoy it. So, sorry, I'm playing around with all the different buttons. All right. So that means we make a right. Now, the truck does not handle like a sports car. This is not going to be GTA 5 levels of handling. It handles fine, but like when you get to, when you get to like top speed, I don't know what happens if you crash the truck. I've never done that. You get to top speeds though, it doesn't like to turn all that much. It's like, we could turn, but why would we want to do that? So just something to be aware of. And just kind of, again, drink in the countryside. And just what's going down here. And yeah, enjoy. I mean, we could pretend like we know how to drive and stay between the lines. Or we could drive wherever we want. Now, personally, I would like this eye line right here. This would be the one that I prefer. But they like to throw you at a slightly different approach here.
And there's Stan's Diner. Wait, it's called Moe's Diner now?
Stan Moe. Hello, Stan Moe. Alright. There we go. And we'll get out and we'll go get the package. 500 Lake Road. It's clearly Cowlade. There we go. I like it. Cowlade it is. Alright, let's get on in here, and I feel like it's weird that, well, I suppose sometimes you would have
Meredith Wise?
Whoa.
As I live and breathe. Come here, hon. Now, let me look at you. My, oh my. A few lines here and there, and the occasional gray hair. But by gosh, it's you, all right?
Wow, that's not nice. Well, hello to you too, Maureen. Wow, Maureen, long time no see. Also, super rude and mean.
Wow, Maureen! Long time no see. I feel so old.
After that greeting,
Don't be like
I don't
that
blame
now. It suits you. Age only makes a person more distinguished, is what I always say. To the mirror. Now come here. Tell me everything.
you never call out gray on a woman. Yeah, and you definitely don't say, "Oh, you got some lines." Do you just call out wrinkles on a woman? I don't know which one's worse. I think the wrinkles might be worse. I'm not sure. But Maureen, I do have work to do.
But, Maureen, I do have work to do.
I know you're busy, hon. Little Bird told me all about your temporary mail job already. News goes around pretty quickly around here. So, coffee? Something stronger? I warn you, I will not take no for an answer.
You realize I'm driving a mail truck and you're offering me something stronger than coffee? That's like I'm 17 again, Maureen. Coffee sounds good. No, really, I'm good. It's like I'm 17 again. Never is not no.
It's like I'm 17 again, Maureen.
In that case, you're welcome, honey. 2 coffee, coming right up. And 1 piece of blueberry pie, if I remember correctly. You had one almost every afternoon after school at one point.
Wow. Good old metabolism. Must work well for her. Actually, I try to stay... You know what? Sure.
Oh, you know me too well, Maureen.
Always have, always will. Ashley, 1 blueberry pie. And Ashley, could you keep an eye on the bar for me for a bit? I'm gonna take my break now. You're a real trooper.
I don't think I'm supposed to actually run a word, but sure, all right.
Ashley? Oh, sweet Mary, what are you doing? Is everything okay, hon?
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Just don't worry, you stay up there.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well, that didn't sound good. No offense, Marine, but I'm gonna back away slowly. Yeah, we're gonna go with that one.
No offense, Maureen, but I'm gonna back away slowly.
Honestly, first the roof and now this? Ugh, that poor kid is like a disaster magnet. I'm
Charlie
sorry,
Brown of all
Meredith.
places.
Looks like I've got my hands full for a bit. Next time, I want to hear everything, you hear? Don't be a stranger now.
Thanks, Marine. Appreciate you. So, see, you get a little bit of the old personality and charm of the small town. You know, it's good. And now we're gonna go on a kind of an epic drive. You know, we could go the other route. It's probably a bit quicker. We'll take a look at the map once more. So from here, it makes more sense to go back over on this side versus taking the long way around. But we're ready. We're gonna go on the long way. Oh. Oh, that was weird. Apparently you can fast travel to some places, I guess. I didn't even know that was a thing. Alright, I want to make a left. Alright, let's get to it. I did have someone run a stop sign and completely mess me up or mess my vehicle up though at one point. That was super fun. In my days driving the old FedEx home delivery truck. I didn't really enjoy that day. I had some old crazy lady almost back into me once too. That was special. I mean, I don't know how she didn't, to be fair. Like, just put it in reverse and didn't look. I don't. So there was wasn't it an apartment complex, or more of I think it was more of a retirement community, like, you know, older people. Actually, hold on. Let me.
Used to think our Spanner Dam was just as big and famous as Hoover Dam. Then I visited Hoover Dam.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite that big, but it's still cool. I like it. Little sightseeing. What is that thing? Random building. Yep. I actually think it was just an apartment. No. Okay. Sorry. There was two that were next to each other. One was like actual apartments, or like it was a gated community, basically, is what it was. And I'm actually gonna pull in here because I want to see if we can't unlock these quick travel places. I know they're here on our map. I'm just curious as to whether or not there's anything that we can do. So this is the motel, huh? What kind of motel is it? The Oregon Trail Motel. There are vacancies. The office. Can we just like randomly visit places? I haven't tried this before, so I figured I'd try it. But yeah, I was driving along. Yep, I can talk to the motel clerk who's clearly working hard. We'll get to him in a second. And I was driving along, and it was kind of a big open area where like a bunch of different, you know, internal roads in this gated community kind of came together, and then it went down like a main thoroughfare. And I was driving along behind this woman, you know, gave her plenty of stuff, and then she just randomly stops in the middle of the road. So I stopped, and I stopped a few feet, like 5-6 feet back, you know, maybe even more. I was quite far away because she was kind of slowing down and looking around like she was very confused. So I stopped, and I'm like, decide what you're going to do. She just throws it in reverse and just starts backing up, and I'm like, oh God. And I immediately start beeping the horn, like, beep, beep, beep. And then she backs up. Somehow she gets next to the car. It wasn't like a straight on thing. She was on the driver's side on the left. And she backed like all the way. I don't know how she didn't hit the car because I was like closing my eyes, still beeping the horn. And then she kind of stopped like real hard, you know, where you hit the brakes and the whole car jolts. And somehow she didn't hit the car. She had to be within like millimeters of the car or of the truck, but she didn't hit it. It was a terrifying slow motion problem. Now, a lot of people are like, well, you could have just backed up yourself. she started backing up, and I was like, maybe she's just gonna do like a little turn and then move, but she wasn't. She was just going straight back, and she didn't see me a giant FedEx truck, and I didn't know if there was somebody behind me at that point, or maybe people walking by. I was like, just gonna throw it in reverse and then back into somebody else. That's it's gonna be more problems. Back into somebody else and then get backed into. I couldn't do that. So it was one of those. Oh no! Oh God! Please stop! And then finally she did. It's like oh, scary times. Sound effects of a computer game. Oh, he didn't even care that I was there. Yikes. Yikes, that dude, I mean, I respect the video game hustle, but, I mean, maybe a little bit of decorum at your work there, buddy. I'm just saying. Like, you didn't even acknowledge that I was there. We're just going for it. We're not even going to look. I'm very nervous now because I just saw cars. It's fine. Nobody will hit us, right? Never do that, by the way, when you drive, guys. Always look. Always mind your stop signs, everything else. I'm a very big stickler for the rules of the road. When you come up to a stop sign, it's a complete stop, like 100% of the time. None of these rolling stops and, oh, it's clear. Nope. I'm a real big stickler for the rules when it comes to driving. Yeah, so it was a four-way stop I was coming up to. And I looked to the right, and there was a car coming, but it was pretty far away. And again, it's a four-way stop. And then I looked left, there was nobody. There was a car coming, like, the opposite way that I was coming to, and he was coming up to the stop as I was just starting to go. I looked right, I looked left, and I looked right again, which, again, you don't really have to do at a four-way stop. I looked right again, and he's right about the other cars, right about the place where you generally stop, or, like, start slowing down.
Let me think. Where was Bear Creek again?
Wait, was I supposed to go... Oh, I missed it. Okay. We gotta backtrack. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna be the worst of drivers here. It's fine. We did clear that. Actually, we had more room than I thought. So yeah, it was. I should have marked this when I was going by. I was like, wait a minute. I think that's the place I need to go. So yeah, the guy then. So I was looking at the other guy who came up to the stop, and he was kind of like waiting for me. Oh, it's a tiny bridge. He was waiting for me to, go, and I was like, all right, cool,
Oh, right, Bear Creek, near the old lumber yard.
I appreciate that. So I had my clipboard in my lap where I was going to be going next, and I was reaching over to put it in the other thing as I started to slowly go through the stop. Well, the guy on the right, who was supposed to start stopping, at the spot where he was supposed to start stopping, apparently was on that road, and it wasn't a very long road, but he was on the road for a little while, and there was no crossroads, there was nothing, there was no stop signs, and the speed limit was a decent clip for a road like that. And he just was looking around behind himself or something. I don't know. He just did not pay attention. And he smashed right on in. To this. Well, technically.
There's a new face.
Oh. Is this a letter I didn't see? A rare sight for a secluded lumberjack. Yes, indeed. As of today, I'll be delivering the mail.
Yes, indeed. As of today, I'll be delivering the mail.
Great. I'm Robert. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. I'm Meredith. And here's your mail.
Thanks. I'd better open this right away.
Oh, it was the package. Okay.
Oh, what the?
I think. All right, that doesn't sound good.
That doesn't sound good?
Crap. That's what it sounds like.
It's not. It's...
Bull crap. Freshly baked bull crap.
Lovely.
Hey, the sound can't be worse than the smell.
I'm sorry, but I have to take a better look at this. Have a nice day.
Okay. Yeah, I did need to get the package out of the back of the car. I was like, wait a minute, this is not the package place. I gotta look on the mini-map to see what we're actually doing. So yeah, essentially, he was going like 40, 45, and I was going like 2. Like, very, very gentle cross through the thing, and I actually kind of hit him. 100% his fault. He took the blame for it. He didn't try any kind of shenanigans or anything else. And I was kind of eyeing the guy that was, across the way, because I think he had a blinker. He was going to turn left in front of me, if he was going to go in front of me. I was eyeing him, and then I just kind of glanced over for a second and put down the thing as I was going. Didn't see it at all. Just boom! All of a sudden, I'm like, ugh! And it kind of knocked me, like, did knock me out. I don't know if it, like, knocked me slightly, like, I couldn't get my feet on the pedals, essentially. It, like, knocked me out of position. And then I just rolled slowly into a giant ditch. It was great. And then, yeah. So it looked like I died. I had a couple tiny little cuts on my knuckle. That was it. And I was very sore the next day. The other guy had a bunch of little glass, like, embedded in his skin. And he was scraped up. But honestly, neither one of us was really that hurt. But, yeah, that sucked. I did not enjoy that. That was the only accident I was ever in. So, I do not recommend trusting people to know how to drive, I guess, is the moral of the story that I took away from that. It's like, dude, stop sign, giant vehicle, and you just ran right through it at full speed. Like, how? How does this happen? Oh, man, those brakes. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, you see the car just went into the big divot in the road there? That was nice. But this is a much more peaceful time. They have some lovely bridges and architecture there. Did you see the attention to detail with the rust on the bridge there? That was nice. I appreciate that. Like, I'm very curious as to what would happen if you actually, like, hit these various places. Or like you crashed into a car or something. Alright, I believe we're at 300 Lake Road. And this one is a package. And we know this because we had this package out before. So, like I said, good times all around. Hi there.
Hi there. I've got some mail for this address.
You're not Frank.
Luckily, I don't think a mustache would suit me.
Luckily, I don't think a mustache would suit me.
Haha, real funny. But that doesn't explain why Frank gave you the keys for the goose.
Ooh.
The goose?
Yes, your white and wobbly van, duh. I'm Lori, I'm Providence Oaks' mechanic. And I'm the one who keeps the goose running.
Appreciate you. Well,
Thomas is my father. Does that count?
I think it might.
Thomas! Yes, that surely counts. My father has been teaching me since the day I was born. There is no one better in PO than me. And I have to get back to work now. But I suppose you may drive the goose. On one condition.
Appreciate you.
If there's ever anything wrong with it, you bring it back to me, yes?
Well, I mean, I don't have much of a choice, do I?
All right, I promise.
Good! Perfect. Did Frank tell you about the radio?
No?
It currently only receives the local station. Plus, sometimes it cuts out altogether. If that happens, just give it a big old bang on the dashboard and that should fix it right up. I'm working on it, I promise.
Got it.
Okay. Thanks, Lori.
No problem, Miss W.
Miss W. She could have gotten married. You don't know she's Miss W still. All right, Meredith, let's get moving. Get our first day done here. We could toggle the radio. I think the radio's fine where it's at. It's peaceful, easy cruising.
In a few days, I won't even need that map.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's surprising how quickly you really kind of figure out exactly what it is you're doing and the area that you're in. Especially if it's something as small as this.
Hello there, big cuddly guy.
Oh, look at you, little bear. You little bear. Oh. Oh. It's a cat thing. Oh. That's an unfortunate mailbox. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. No, thank you. Oh, look, the definitely needs a new fresh coat of paint on this poor house. It has seen better days. All right.
Oh, look, Genevieve, a new mailman. Hello there. What's your name then?
Hey, Genevieve. Well, I'm not a mailman exactly. I'm Meredith Weiss. Hi, Miss Jenkins? All right.
Hi, Miss Jenkins, right? I'm Meredith. Meredith Weiss?
Weiss, of course! You're Emily's girl, aren't you? This is Meryl Weiss, Genevieve. She used to live in town years and years ago.
22 years to be exact. Well, who's counting?
22 years to be exact, but who's counting?
Has it been that long? That's almost 2 Genevieves ago.
That's not
Calm
a unit
down,
of time.
Genevieve. You're going to live forever. She isn't, but shh. You do remember me, don't you?
Yeah. How could I forget Mildred Jenkins?
How could I forget Miss Mildred Jenkins? And her cats, of course. Seems like they've multiplied.
Yes, I do like cats. Is that such a crime? So what if I have slightly more of them than I used to? Like
All the
Genevieve
judgment.
here, and Thomas, and Oliver. Anyway, did you have a package for me then?
Yeah. Here you go.
Yes, here you go.
She looks terrified, by the way. Look at the
thank you,
fear in
dear.
Meredith's eyes.
Looks like another gift from my son. Still doing everything to get into my good graces, except actually drop by.
I'm sure he means well. He's probably just busy.
I'm sure he means well. He's probably just busy.
That's what he says. That's probably what you say to poor Emily, too. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. Run along, dear. Give Emily my best.
Goodbye, Miss Jenkins. Genevieve.
Yeah. I would have to have dropped that package and run for my life, man. My allergies would have killed me right there. I would have been dead. I've been like crawling back to the van. It would have been awful. Probably funny for some people as I lay dying on the ground, but you know, not for me really. All right. Anybody else gonna try to murder me as I cross the road this time? No. Good. So yeah, this is life in Providence
That's
Oaks,
the last of them.
I guess. All right. Tunk, tunk.
You stepped on my grass, Missy. You owe me $30,000. That was some of the best crabgrass in all the land.
Sorry, what now? All right, so let's do this. Post office is there. All right, makes sense. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, and there you go.
The mighty Ambrose River.
Yeah. And that is pretty much it's pretty much our lot for this day of a mail delivery, and we get to see what day 2 brings. Like I said, it's
Actually enjoying this.
it's a pretty enjoyable and somewhat simplistic by nature, and that's kind of the whole point. Little loop of gameplay, and yeah, I happen to have enjoyed my time. Sorry, I know I'm gonna freak you out a little bit there, but you're just gonna have to accept that and move on. So do we like walk to work, or like what are we talking here? All right, gonna end the work day. And that was the thing too. Whenever you would get back to the hub, you would always have to back your truck into your parking spot, or at the beginning of the day.
Hello?
Hi, Meredith. It's Mom. How are you? How's the job?
Hi, Mom. I'm doing great. Hi, Mom. It's all right. The job is okay, I guess.
Hi, Mom. I'm doing great. It's so relaxing to be outside and drive around.
Yep.
That's great to hear. Dad says it's strange not having to drive the truck anymore.
Oh, is he retired? I haven't quite figured out if he's retiring and they're just like 2-week stint. Now, I will say when I put my 2 weeks in and I was finally going to quit and move on, it was incredibly difficult to be motivated. Like, I hated almost every day that I was working in those last 2 weeks. It was really difficult for me to continue. Like, it's just, I loved it pretty much up to that point. My boss owned a route And then he hired me. So he was a subcontractor, and I was a subcontractor, however that works. And yeah, so route, it was fine. I got to stay on the same route. There was a little bit added to my route when another person bought the route from him, so that I was working for a new person. Anyway, long story short, it was I did not enjoy those final 2 weeks. However, the last day, somehow, it was one of my busiest days, and I got done in, like, maybe my fastest day ever. I don't know how or why, but I did. I breezed through it at, like, warp speed. I was done so fast. I had, like, I think it was, like, 110 stops. I was done by, like, 1. And we start at, like, 7 a.m. or something like that. It was crazy. I was like, what? It was one of the busiest days in that 2-week period, I should say. All right. I can imagine. How's Dad?
I can imagine that. How is Dad? Can he handle all this freedom?
Ugh, don't get me started. He went on 2 fishing boat trips already. And then there's the late night poker with his new buddies. Oh, I'm almost out of coins. I'm calling from a bar and Dad's ordering a margarita again. Talk soon.
Huh. Doesn't seem to care too much about Meredith being there doing what she do. That's cool. We could stay home and watch some of the old Tubavision, or we could stay home and read a book. We could also open the agenda. Let's watch some Tubavision.
Let's see what's on TV tonight.
Previously on Bon Appetit.
Has anyone seen Henri?
Yeah, he's in the kitchen, unpacking the new tableware.
Henri! Did someone call me?
And that's why you don't watch television from the 80s, I guess. Wednesday, September 3rd morning. All right, let's get into it and let's hustle today. Enough story time. Let's let the game shine a little bit more.
Good morning, Providence Oaks. We're starting the day as we always do with a P.O.
With a P.O. positive or pet peeve. All right, so I say we take care of this little string of stuff here. Bloop, 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 bloop. Or we can do it. It's fine. Either way, that's going to be our plan.
Pet peeve, followed by the way.
Sorry, left turn. Right, left, and then right. Yeah.
P.O. positive or pet peeve? Dale, what's it gonna be?
It's a positive all the way, Jack. I went to Moe's Diner yesterday, and I don't think I've ever had blueberry pie that tasted so good.
Thank you much, Dale. That makes me want to get a piece right now. But the weather's first.
You tell him, Jack Reynolds. Is there a package here? Well, we can go take a peek, I guess. Do we have a 207 Heron? Do we have a Heron Circle at all? We do not. Okay. So it is a letter. I know there's a letter on top, but I didn't know what was underneath it. So, deliver mail. We're just going to hustle and get stuff done. There's also 205. Yeah, look at that. 2 stops already handled.
Same handwriting as the one I delivered next door. I'm guessing party invitations?
Could be. All right. It does. It said if you hit Y, we have a horn. I forgot. If you hit Y, it's supposed to turn the radio off. It is not turning the radio off for me, but that's okay. I totally stopped. You all saw it. I'm sorry, Ossifer. I don't know what you're talking about. I totally stopped at that spot. Alright, this is a package. We're at 351 Main Street. I like the fact that it does tell you where you're at. The Kung Fu Kid?
That's later than I thought.
Oh, look at that. What's that? Is that Ghost Blasters? Nice. The Flick Shack. Back to the present. I like it.
Welcome to the Flick Shack. How can I help you?
Got a package for you, ma'am.
Hold on. You're our new postal worker? Talk about not looking the part.
Wow. Is that a compliment?
Is that a compliment?
Trust me, it definitely is.
Well, thank you then. Name's Meredith, by the way. Meredith Weiss.
Angie, Eastman. So, what brings you to Providence Oaks?
So many things. Well, I used to live here, then I didn't, and now I'm back. I grew up here, and now I'm back to do my dad a favor.
Grew up here, and now I'm back to do my dad a favor.
Ah, I myself have been here for 6 years.
And what brings you here?
Didn't grow up here, came to do myself a favor.
Fair enough.
Touche, Mrs. Eastman.
Miss.
Okay. So your dream was...
So, how's business?
It's booming. People in Providence Oaks sure like their movies.
Sure.
I guess it's because there's not much else to do around here. Might as well watch a flick, right?
Well, you certainly have a lot of them. Well, other than enjoy the scenery. Yeah.
Well, other than enjoy the scenery.
Scenery schmeary.
Whoa.
Why stare at a boring lake when you can go to outer space and watch the Death Star get blown up?
Maybe I should watch more movies.
Maybe.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Miss Eastman.
Call me Angie.
Oh.
And here, someone just returned this, and it should be right up your alley.
The postman always rings twice?
What? A little on the nose, don't you think? My kind of humor.
My kind of humor.
That doesn't sound...
Well, I don't know anything else about you, Mrs. Temporary Postal Worker.
Miss. But touche, Angie.
All right, I'll check it out if I have the time. All right.
All right. I'll check it out if I have the time.
Take your time. This isn't exactly the most popular flick in the shack. And there's plenty of choice, regardless.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you, Miss Angie.
She's real...
Same here, Miss Meredith.
She's real aggressive. They're real aggressive. She teleports, too. She's a vampire, ladies and gentlemen. She's a vampire. All right. Well, I guess we just... Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I mean, I feel like you could have made it past, probably. But, you know, I'll get out of your way. It's on me. I should have parked better, I suppose. All right. Well, we're going to stop right here. We're going to deliver ourselves another little letter. Letro. Anyway, guys and gals, we got about 5 minutes left of the old live stream. I hope you guys are enjoying the serenity and the quirky characters and, you know, the enjoyable writing and just slice of life that is. Oh, I guess I should run this person over. That is Lake. It's, like I said, it's an enjoyable time. Something to sit back, relax to, and just, you know, just have fun. Not have to worry about all the stress of, oh, but I dodge rolled right as the boss hit me. There's no way. The iframes, it was pixel perfect. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. Just go around, have a good time. We're on Pine Street, so let's do the
What
Pine
on
Street.
earth did these folks order?
A hat. It's clearly a hat. That's a hat box if I've ever seen one. And I haven't. I've never seen a hat box. So we're just going to assume I'm right. Ding dong.
Commander Grace, we have established communication with ground control. How do you wish to proceed?
Tell him we landed the rocket.
Ground control, we have landed the rocket. We will now begin our experiments.
Package for the Evans family?
Just a minute. Commander Grace, permission to explore?
Permission granted.
Sure.
Yep, we're the Evans family. Could I just take that real quick? I'm kind of in the middle of a lunar landing.
Sure. Here you go. Nice helmet, by the way.
Why, thank you. I actually modeled it on the Apollo 11 crew outfit. Wait, what? Meredith?
What's up? Buzz Aldrin? Is that you?
Buzz Aldrin? I'm sorry. Who are you?
What? For real? You don't recognize your old best friend when you see her?
Wait a minute.
Well, you didn't. Right away?
Kay?
Great. And now I busted my colander. I knew opening the door in this thing was a bad idea.
Sorry, I didn't recognize you with the colander thing. All right.
I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you with the colander thing. The helmet.
Yeah, clearly. But it seems I'm not the only one who came in disguise.
Got me there.
You're Kay Evans now?
You're Kay Evans now?
Don't sound so surprised. But yes, I married Barry Evans. I'm sure you remember our high school star quarterback.
Mom!
Be right there, Commander Grace! Scanning for alien life forms. That's my little scientist back there. She's crazy about space travel, as you may have guessed, even after the whole Challenger thing.
Well, you married Quarterberry and had kids? I
You
had no
married
idea.
Quarterberry and had kids? I had no idea.
Well, obviously a lot can happen in 22 years. So...
Yeah.
Time flies.
So, I heard you were back in town for a while. From Maureen.
That's right. I ran into her yesterday at the diner.
The kitchen caught fire.
The kitchen caught fire, so your Uncle Stan is gonna have a field day.
Nope. It's Moe's diner now. Like I said, a lot of things happened while you were away. Also, I work there now. At the diner.
Taking over the family business, eh? Let's compare notes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ready for a liftoff!
Listen, I'm sorry, but I don't really have time for this right now. Can't get stuck on the moon on my own, and I have to get ready for work. See you around, Em.
Good to see you, Kay. Evans!
Commander Grace, hold up! You'll never guess what I just found.
Dun, dun.
You can say that again.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to more or less do it for the live stream. I really hope you guys enjoyed. You got to see a little bit of what Lake has to offer. If you like wholesome, slice of life, just enjoyable, non-stressful games, you want to look at Whitethorn Games for, anything that they really touch. They have a very eclectic, very specific, and very curated group of developers that they publish and that they go after and that they want to have under their banner. So you will find these little indie gems run all throughout their publishing chops, as it were. Now, ordinarily, in about 2 hours' time, we would be diving into our video game or game industry discussions. And we'd be going for about an hour at that point, right here on the Twitch and the YouTube's channel. But this week we are off, and we are not going to be doing that. But next week we will be back. So at 3 p.m. Eastern, running for about an hour, we'll be doing a game industries discussion. And it's going to be some Steam store page mini reviews. So essentially, folks are sending stuff into our Twitter account. That's at IndieBrosPR. And saying, hey, take a look at our Steam store page and let us know your thoughts, and we're going to critique it and go, all right, this is really strong. We've come across, we've done this a few times now. I think this will be our second or our third time doing this. And we've come across Steam store pages that look fantastic. They have everything that we would recommend done 100% right. We've come across stuff that's kind of in dire need of help. And again, that's something that we offer here at the Indie Brothers, is that we offer the Steam store page optimization, tags, all sorts of different services. So always check us out if you are so inclined to do so. Again, you can find us on Twitter at IndieBrosPR. You can find us on our website, theindiebros.com. And yeah, and you can find out all the stuff that we do. Hopefully most of it, yes, most if not all of the stuff, or at least a general description of all the stuff that we provide is there. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We've worked on several different games over the years, and we're going strong, and we'd love to check out your indie game if that is something that you are wanting us to do and something we can help with. All right, folks, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. I want to thank you all for stopping on by. Remember, next week, same bat time, same bat channel, as they say. I'll be back here at 12 p.m., so that's noon Eastern, and we'll be doing another Indie Brothers Indie Spotlight. Until then, again, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next Wednesday.